Start.
Okay. Hello everyone. Okay, today we discuss another topic that is pointers. Right? Yesterday I completed structures and unions. So I hope everyone watch and listen that my uploads in the YouTube channel, my channel. Okay, you just go through the link automatically. It opens and gets the videos. Please listen again and watch. I'm telling. So what you have the doubt, definitely ask and personally to my WhatsApp number or make a call to me. Definitely help you. Right? Today we discuss another topic that is pointers. So very important topic actually, be it a programmatically. Pointer is a memory variable. Okay. Pointer is a memory variable. Pointer is a memory variable. It holds address of another variable. Right. So generally variable means it holds a value. Generally what you mean by variable? Variable means value it holds value. So simply for example int a equal to 10. So 10 is the value holds by a. Okay, good. But where is pointer is also variable, but it is not a normal variable. Normal variable holds the value of given by u peoples. Okay, given by v peoples, right? But pointer holds address of memory. So address of another variable. So generally we call a pointer is a memory variable. So first important point is pointer is a memory variable. So it is called as a variable, but not a normal variable. It is a memory variable. So what it holds? So what is the difference of the normal variable to memory variable? Memory variable holds only address of another variable. What do you mean by your address? Generally, we people are writing the program into a, right? So a equal to 10. I am giving a value. So a will be located in our memory at some place. So right, like your value will be there. The name is a. Good, right? So what is the address here? For example, 2020. So these I want these 2020. So how we will get? So I want these 2020. How we get? With the help of pointer variable. With the help of pointer variable, I will get address of a. Where a is located in the given memory. So for in the future, I want to go for direct access. Simply I go for use with address. Right? The very important point. So right. So what is the benefit of the pointers generally? Pointers are the very important. Pointers are more efficient in handling arrays and data tables and hatching. Okay. So when we deal with arrays, pointers are very much helpful, and pointers increase the program efficiency and decrease the execution time of the program. When we require our program is executing a lot of time to go for execution, it simply reduces. So for example, it takes 5 minutes of the normal type of programming, it takes 3 minutes. Example I'm telling you, right? So just I'm telling you, it reduces the execution time, okay? But it increases the efficiency of the program, right? Then it allocates with the help of pointers. People are using dynamic memory allocation. What do you mean by dynamic memory allocation? So for example, a. What is the value of a? So automatically how much bytes is required? 2 bytes. So listen everyone. For example, in my program declares 10 variables. So a comma b comma c comma like 10 variables are taking here. Right. So how much bytes for each and every variable required as an integer? 2 bytes. Good. So what is the size allocated? 10 into 2, 20 bytes are allocated. So I use only 5 among I declared. I use only 5 among I declared. So whatever the remaining 5, waste of our memories. Simply when, so the program execution style is how, simply when you declare a statement in the program, so whatever the number of variables you declared, the compiler allocates before only. If you use or you cannot use. Okay? If you use or you cannot use. Mana vadina, vadakunna, memory will be allocated automatically. If you utilize or you won't utilize. Okay? Being a statement, the compiler can allocate how many variables you declared. Being data type or corresponding data type, that much of memory will be allocated automatically. So if you want, I won't require simply waste of other memories. Okay? So this type of allocation is called here static memory allocations. This type of memory allocation is called here static memory allocations, right? So what do you mean by dynamic memory allocations? When I require how many variables, that much only. The memory is allocated at runtime only. For example, I want 2 variables. 2 variables only created and 2 memory locations are allocated. So how much I require? That will be allocated automatically when I require. So what is the difference here? I write before only how much variables are required, how many bytes are required. So before only you need to write each and every statement. So don't go for in the dynamic memory allocations. I want in the middle of I require a variable in the middle of the program. You can create with help of pointers. I go for the last. Go for the last. Okay. So don't tell before only I need this much of variables. Okay. If you can tell this type of procedure is called static memory location. Right. So if you avoid this problem, simply go with dynamic memory allocation. So what is the dynamic memory allocation? When you require a variable, on the time only you can create by runtime. Okay. So in the middle of the program, even in the last of the program, or in whatever the number of the statement, which statement it requires your memory, you can create that statement only create the variables. But whereas the static memory allocations, only the first statement will indicate, the first two or the three statements only telling how many variables you require. Okay, so this type of problem you need to overcome. So with help of pointers, you allocate dynamic memory allocations. Okay, I understood. Okay, right. So how to declare the pointers? So very simple. It is also a variable already declared. Right, good. It is also variable already declared. So data type. Pointer name. Data type, pointer name. Okay. So example I am telling here, integer a. So comma star p. So I am telling you. So you observe here asterisk. This asterisk means what here? So here indirection operator we can call as pointer operator. So this is the one type of special operator. Yesterday I told one special operator, that is a structure member operator. Okay. Whereas I explained operators, there are the 8 types of operators. All of you know: arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, increment and decrement, conditional, bitwise. Okay. So the last one is the special operators. I explained the seven type of operators are already in the classrooms. I told you 8th one is the special operators. When we require a particular type, be it the topic wise, I will explain. Yesterday I explained structure number operator. Okay, today I explain another one is the pointer number operator. Okay, pointer operator, or we can call as indirection operator. So won't call here asterisk or star, simply call as pointer operator or indirection operator. Okay, so data type, why I could go for data type here? So being which address you want to go. For example, I take the address of integer variable. There only you mentioned integer. I go for address of the character. You mentioned character. So be at the data type. So which variable address you want? Being corresponding data type, you declare same data type pointer also. Okay. So for example, int a. If you go for float pointer, it's not at all correct. Why? Because so being a data type, how much memory it requires, it will be holes. Right. So simply, so this is the pointer variable, this is the normal variable. For example, a equal to 10 I am given here. So p equal to ampersand a. So everyone knows about ampersand, whereas we use it in the scanf. Everyone knows scanf ampersand a, ampersand b. That's all I am telling you, address. So a, p can hold the address of a, but a can hold address of value of given values. Okay, so int a star p, a equal to 10, p equal to ampersand a. That means a can hold address, right? So this is a way of declaring our pointers. So again I tell you data type, pointer operator and pointer name. Okay, pointer name. So example, we go through your example. Int a, this is our pointer, this is our general variable. In our variable given the value 10. So what is the address of a? It will be hold p. So how we can print that? Simply print the address %u unsigned integer. So simply you go through print it. Right, you will get it address. Whatever the address you got it in the pointer variable, the address will be printed. Okay, so So another topic is accessing a variable through a pointer. So simply I will write here. Just a minute, I will explain. Right. So listen everyone. So I take an example int, a normal variable, and another one is pointer variable. Okay. So a equal to 10. I given the value is a equal to 10. Okay. What is the value of a here? 10. Okay. Good. So what is the address of a? It will be stored in the pointer. What is the address of a? It will be stored in the pointer. So I want to assign the same value 10 to the n. So simply if you give the statement asterisk p, that means pointer operator or index operator with p. So if you like this statement, give the address, this statement give the value. So this value same 10 will be stored to the n. So then what I am doing here, accessing a variable through a pointer. Okay. So first statement gives declaration, second one is assigning the value, third one is assigning address to the pointer variable. So fourth one is whatever the value in the pointer, whatever the value in the pointer goes to the another variable. Okay. So if you write n equal to a, it's also the same thing. Whatever the value in the pointer, that will be also assigned to the another variable, right? Okay. So pointers expressions. Next one is pointer expressions. So before going to the statement, you people understood. I'm saying sorry. Int a comma b comma p1 comma p2. Okay. So a equal to 10, b equal to 20. So another variables are taking y. So y equal to. So if you get what is the value of y here? 20, because so already I explained the before example only. It gives the value of the particular pointer, not give the address. When you give the address, p1 equal to ampersand a is give the address. So if you put a pointer operator before prefix as a pointer variable, it gives the value. So whatever the value in the pointer, whatever the value in the pointer 2. So whatever the pointer value 10 plus 20. So y equal to 30. Right. So okay. So with the pointers also you can go with the mathematical expressions like addition, subtraction, everything you go with, right? So it will be working like a normal variables, right? So another one is, for example, I declare pointer, right? So what happened here? P1 plus plus I'm writing here. What you mean by P1 plus plus? So you people understood what here? P1 equal to integer a comma b comma ampersand P1, right? So a equal to 10 I'm writing here. So P1 equal to ampersand a. Good, right? What you mean by P1 plus plus? You understood what here? A equal to 10 means 10 plus plus. Not correct here. P1 plus plus. Whatever the address in the P1. For example, P1 having 2020. So what you mean by P1 plus plus means P1 2022. How you will get 2 bytes here? Simply being an integer. Being an integer, okay? Being an integer. What do you mean by integer here? So how it goes for 10? For example, it is a character. For example, it is a character. Automatically it adds only 1 byte. Okay? So that means, so this is 2020. Automatically it goes for 2022. So 2 bytes are already for first variable, second variable for next one. Okay? So if it is float, automatically 2024. Double it go for 2028. So how it will be incremented being a scale factory. Being a scale factor, all of you know, integer requires 2 bytes of the memory, float requires 4 bytes of memory, character requires 8 bytes of memory, character requires 1 byte of memory, double requires 8 memory. According to that scale, pointers are incremented by that much of bytes. P1 plus plus, simply you go for 1 memory locations to be added. 1 means already P1 contains integer. Already P1, for example, already P1 contains integer. That means 1 more integer they require. So first integer required 2 bytes, another integer also required 2 bytes. So while the first order starts for 1000 for example. So next order location automatically goes for 1002. Why? Because 1000 and 1001. Two locations are allocated for only one integer. Why? Because 2 bytes. 1000 byte and 1001 byte is go for first integer, and simply automatically the next byte goes for 1002. If you go for P1 plus plus, for example, I go for P1 plus 3. What do you mean by P1 plus 3 here? So my P1 is integer. Okay, good. So simply 3 into 2 6. 3 into 2 6. So 1000 plus 6 1006. Automatically the P1 jumps to 1006. Simply base value plus scale factor into data type size. Okay, base value, for example, my base value is 1000, scale factor 2 bytes here. So into data type, how much integer, 2 into 2, 3 into whatever is the size. Okay, so this type of expressions are allocated by pointers. And another one is pointers and arrays. So what do you mean by pointers and arrays here? So there is a close relationship with the pointers and arrays. There is a close relationship with the pointers and arrays. For example, you declare an array A of 10. 10 bytes will be allocated. So I go for a pointer here P. So simply you will mention A is enough, or you will mention ampersand A of 0 is enough. You will go for ampersand A is also enough. Okay, automatically first memory location is allocated to the pointer variable. So it takes up to 10 integers. For example, first one address is 1000, the last address is 1020. Okay, so all of you know 1000 and another one is 1020. You won't tell each and every array value to the pointer sub. Don't take another pointer. See, 10 pointers will be required. Don't wait. So when you take a normal variables, you declare 10 pointers. If you take an array, automatically you declare only one pointer that can hold the all values of the arrays, all addresses of the arrays. So in the only automatically it takes P equal to P plus 1, P plus 2, P plus 3. So how do I know the early values C equal first address? So next we go for P plus 1 is the second address, P plus 2 for the third address, like P plus is the fourth address. Like this way every address is assigned to the pointers. Okay, then only we can say pointers are close relationship with the arrays. Right? So all of you understood, I think so. And the next point, the last one is pointers and functions. Functions also using with the pointers. When we return generally functions with only one value, we know it. Already we discussed it. I want to return more values. I want to return more values. How? With the help of pointers we can return more values. Then only pointers are much helpful to write the programs in the C language. So and the pointers are much helpful to write the data structures related problems like linked list, stock, queues. So these are the problems you know it whereas in the data structures. So most of the programmers are preferable to write the program with only pointers. Why? Because it allocates memory by dynamically. It allocates the memory by dynamically. Already I explained what you mean by generally memory allocation by two types. Once again I repeat, static and dynamic. Static means you only declare program begins only how much variables you require. If you can use or you can utilize all the variables or not. Once you declare, automatically the memory will be allocated. So example, you declare 10 variables for example, utilize only 5 variables, the remaining 5 memories will be wasted. If you utilize all, you cannot utilize. But with help of dynamic, you won't declare before. Where you require, that statement will tells. I want this variable declared. 15th statement, 10th statement, 20th statement. In the program, whatever the statement you require, you can declare the variable with help of dynamic memory allocation. How it is possible? With help of pointers. Okay? So pointers having a lot of advantages. Pointer have a lot of advantages. Number of not only 1, 2, 3. So go with the program with pointers is much helpful to write. So with help of the pointers, you go with the execution speed will be increased and okay, execution speed will be increased. That means less time it to take for compilation. Automatically the pointers are much helpful, right? So with help of pointers, we go with the dynamic memory allocation and data structures related problems. Okay, so these are all about our pointers, right? So again I repeat where the start class only first. Please watch and listen. If you require, because the less time only explained, it may reach or may not reach the proper. You go listen once and go through the notes. If you raise the doubt, definitely ask. Definitely I help you. Okay, bye.